They're 4 metrics that we're going to measure, which are going to give us a health check on our project. Project manager should be able to go to this and look at it. This is the thinking behind the way that I built this, is 1% of a 24-hour day is 14.4 minutes. So if we eliminate all of the waste, you'll need to come back to the screen back here. If we eliminate all of the waste, the 90% of waste that is in his day or is in the process of trying to mitigate the 12 causes of project failure and drive the 9 rules of project flow, we get rid of a lot of that. He should be able to, in 14.4 minutes a day, he can go to, back to here, look at his Trello board, look at his TAC plan, review the metrics for full kit, engagement, handoffs and constraints, and have an exceptional idea exactly where his project fits and where it's tracking on those things within 15 minutes, 1% of the day, of the 24-hour day, 14.4 minutes. He should be across everything. All right, Friday. So Friday is invite day. Penciled into my weekly content formula. So I make an invite. Do you want to come and work with me? You might have noticed, if you go back through all my Fridays, there's no BS about I can only take 3 people into this program. Doors are closing today in the next 48 hours. This is a special offer, discount. I don't do any of those things because I don't need to, because there's something far more powerful at play, and that's called the compounding effect. It's either working for you, you're compounding, getting better, doing your ORCA every day, or you're regressing because you're not doing it. It is as simple as that. At some point you'll figure out, if you're going to figure it out, that you want to do it, and you'll jump on board. Anyway, run you through what happens inside 2 programs we've got, which is the Catalyst Academy and the Stealth Team Lab. The big package that I've been speaking to early in the year is out. That's me as a who on a project. I'm starting that position next week. More details will come out about that. $1 million question. Have you run ORCA with your team yet? And it's the Jing Yang answer to it. It's a hot dog. Yes, you have done it. Or it's not a hot dog. Know that you haven't. All right, let's have a quick look. Who it's for, how much it affects your project, where it affects your project, when it will, how you do it on a daily basis, why you want to get started today. Who this affects. This affects everyone that's ever said we need to get everyone on the same page. We all know that we need to do that, but we end up looking like this person right here because we listen to opinions. So I've said before, I'll say it again, opinions are noise. What we want is signals, physics and data telling us what we should be focused on. How much this affects you. The biggest reason people don't get started with this is because it's counterintuitive. When you say to people 90% of what you do every single day and what's going on in your project every single day is non-value added activity, they go, no way, Benny, we're not that bad. It can't possibly be like that. There's only 10% of the work that you're doing that's adding to your progress or your earned value. Counterintuitive. Most people struggle to believe that concept. When you say to them, your speed is governed by your constraint, they're like, nah, we can just get everyone racing around like this person here making a heap of noise, and we'll move faster. You won't. They want to grade their players, which is local optima. We don't want graded players or impact players that make everyone else better when they're on the paddock. How much difference can it make? I've seen it on a project, double the EV inside 60 days. Focusing on exactly what I'm going to show you to do, how to do. Exactly what I'm going to show you to do inside the Catalyst Academy and the Stealth Team Lab. The how's not the important part, but it's the who. That is the outcome. But you've got to decide that you actually want it. Okay? You can't just go, or you prove it to us, or you do it. I've proved it over and over and over again. Just work with a team that shifted a massive amount in 2 weeks. It's insane what those guys achieved in the last 2 weeks. But you got to decide that you want it, and you got to have the right who's to create the speed to get this to happen, not how. Internet's full of how. Consultants are full of how. Actually, I'll tell you a story about how the other day. When I started working with this team just last week, they introduced me at the morning meeting one morning. Adam, Beanie's here, he's this and that and the other. Tell us a bit about yourself. And I made the stupid, usual consultant mistake. I'm Beanie, working in construction, done a fair bit of manufacturing, here to help you look at your processes, how we can do things better. Gone away and thought about it and gone, that wasn't great, Benny. No one engaged. No one really listened to what you had to say. One of the lads came up to me the next morning and goes, he's quite a good lad actually. He goes, oh, so what improvements have you found for my area? And all of a sudden it clicked. There was a LinkedIn post that I watched the other day, and it said, you're paying for a consultant to come in and do what your own people have been telling you you could improve for months or weeks, months, years. And I've gone, you know what, that up. Next morning meeting, I completely flipped the script. So look, I made a bit of a blue the other day. I'm not here to fix you guys, how you work. You guys know how to do what you do. You've got great ideas on how to improve things. I'm not here to tell you what you need to improve. What I'm here to do is get you the tools that you need so you can make the improvements that you know you can make. Completely flipped. People started saying hello to me, coming up and talking to me, sharing ideas with me. Just by focusing on the bottom of the triangle in the 5 dysfunctions of a team, which is lack of trust. There's a lack of trust there. Who's this new bloke? Who's this consultant? Why is he an expert? We've been trying to do this. We've been telling them this. No one's been listening to us. Shut up and listened instead of trying to push. Is pull. And it all come out. All right. 70% change management fails, and the 30% out of the 30% that does actually work, good percentage of that, I'll make something up because 98% of statistics are made up on the spot, and so 90% of that doesn't stick. All we need is this to happen with speed and the highest probability of it sticking. If you focus on how, this is what consultants do when they come in, lean, scrum, whatever they're teaching, they focus on the how. This is how you need to do things differently. There's a great general pattern quote. Don't tell people how to do things. Tell them what you want done and let them surprise you with the results. Internet is full of how. If you focus purely on the how, you will spend months, if not years, spinning your wheels. Free content. The other issue is people try and do it on their pat line. Try to do it by themselves. I can learn. I can do that myself. We can figure out how to do that. Probably can. But can you get it done? Can you get it done quick? Can you get it done with a high probability of it sticking? So, down this corner, this is the slowest and the lowest probability of it actually working, which is where most people actually sit. And it's because they try to do it on a pat alone and they focus on how. How are we going to do this ourselves? How are we going to save ourselves a few dollars here? You're not saving yourselves a few dollars because the compound effect is working against you every single day. You can jump inside the construction school, do it with a wingman into the free section of it. I'll pull up the different layers here actually, so you can have a look. You know, I want to put that up on the screen first, Beanie, so they can actually look at it. Jump inside there and do it with a wingman. Let's make Beanie a bit smaller so he's not covering up the bit that you want to see. And you will increase your speed, increase the probability of it actually working, because the two of you are working together. So at least it'll move you out of this bottom corner down here where majority of people sit. Then you go up to the Catalyst Academy. Catalyst Academy is $191 USD dollars per month. That will move you up towards here, if not maybe even into just into its highest probability with speed, depending on who you've got that's going to do it. That's how I made this team move quick. But I'm focused on how they're going to do it. I gave them the how at the end of the 2 weeks. It was the last thing that we did before I walked out the door. Focus purely on this. Who? Who is going to pick up and run with this? Tied the how together at the last minute. It's the last thing we focused on. Counterintuitive. Most people cannot handle that consultant concept, and consultants can't handle it because it doesn't make them the hero anymore. It makes the people, the who's, that are working with already know how to fix things. They need to be made the heroes. Catalyst Academy, big group environment. We focus on getting ORCA right. That's all we do. Get your reps in. Get your ORCA reps in. Do that. Get really, really good at running ORCAs. That's the first step to becoming a catalyst. Okay. Then we come up to the, as I say, me doing this for your project is out. I'm done for 2026. I've got booked out till Christmas. That'll become, you'll see it on my LinkedIn profile next week. Just want to make sure, yeah we are. Make sure we had the right mic going. The Stealth Team Lab, 4K US a month. In there, we focus on what we looked at, what I played right at the start of this video. 4 key metrics. Engagement, constraints, handoffs, and I've forgotten the fourth one. But I'm sure you watched it at the start. You'll have it tied into your brain already. I'm going to get those 4 key metrics right. Stealth team will form. Spelled team a lot better than that, Ben. And you will move much, much, much faster than what you currently are. That will start to create flow. You'll start getting everyone moving at the same direction, because the knock-on effect for each of those players, each of those people inside the stealth team, become an impact player. That has a knock-on effect to everyone else on the project. You start to see flow because they are running this daily loop. Take you off there now. Actually, bring you back so you can see the whiteboard a bit better. That's my WhatsApp too. You got a question or you want to speak to me? Scan that and you can message me directly via WhatsApp. Because they've either been through the Catalyst Academy or they're in the Stealth Team Lab, they can start putting this in place. See the signal, teach people to see waste and flow at the morning meeting. Got an issue, they use the ORCA process because they've learned it here in the Catalyst Academy to stop and improve things. They can then share those lessons learned via photos or videos and spread it laterally across industry, I hope. The whole industry. That's why I set construction school up as that learning place to share this information. We're off social media and all the other nonsense that's going on, and we can just focus on doing what we need to do, which is improve our people, give them the skills and create a learning environment for them. So, and they that spins up as they go around. Every day that they do that, it's called the Catalyst Daily Loop. Not the Catalyst Weekly Loop, Catalyst Monthly Loop, or the Catalyst Loop that you do when you feel like doing it. It's a Catalyst Daily Loop. All right. Why are those prices what they are? Simple boilermaker math. Indexed, this one, indexed to beer. I go down to my local hotel, Regent Beach Hotel, order myself a schooner of Larry, which is a local beer produced here on the Sunshine Coast by your mates brewing. Cost me $9.08 exactly. Asked ChatGPT to work this bit out, so it's not just poor boilermaker math if it's wrong. It was an AI. 30.44 days per year on average. Per month, sorry. Per year. Per month on average. This gives us the price of $276.40 in Australian dollars. School only charges in US dollars. So I said to it, use the average of the Australian dollar against the US dollar and give me a figure. And I went $190.70. So I gave myself a 30-cent tip because I can't put cents into school and call it $191. You're spending buying a schooner every day to invest in yourself, to compound, to master the skill of ORCA is too much. Don't do it. It's not for you. You still jump into school for free with your wingman and learn all the stuff. Just, you're not going to be involved in that group that I work with. All right. 4K USD per month is based on two things. Speed multiplied by probability. Simples. I'm not going to say any more than that. If you don't see the value in that, I ain't going to stand here and try and sell you on the idea. School.com/scrum, SCRUM/about. Jump over there and check it out. As you can see, you'll come to, let me show you. Let's go and have a look while we're here. I can do it here, because you'll probably do it on your phone anyway. I'll switch over. And we will, oh, there you're on there. And that's the about page. Quick video there. Can't do that here, Bernie. But $1 for every time that I've been told that I can't do what I do, then I wouldn't need to be running construction school pretty much. Go down, there should be a, can't see it because here there's a join tab. I'll do it on here so you can see. There's a join now button. I'll bring mocks up, which is here. If we go to Scrum plans, let's go about. I want to do this. I want to view as you. You as an old member. There you go. You join the group and I'll say, ask you 3 questions. This is a little filter that I'll put on to make sure they get the right people in the group. Most projects are usually the person who sees the problem early. Yes, sometimes early. When something on a project isn't working, what do you usually do? Fix it, work around it, ignore it. Are you willing to change the way projects run to improve it? Answer 3 questions. Hit join group. As soon as I see it, I'll approve it. I'll send you a little message. Hey, thanks for joining. Do you mind if I ask you how you got here? That helps me then to produce content. People say a specific video or a platform or whatever it is as feedback. That's a feedback loop for me to say, hey Benny, that's working, or that not so much. That's a hot dog, or it's not a hot dog. All right. Most important part of the day. Let's run our ORCA. I've got to say this Claude is so much better than ChatGPT running ORCA. Ready. Let's go, old mate Claude. Might be the fact that it was Boo's prompt as well. It's probably had a massive impact on it. Let's go, welcome back. April 3, 2026. We're going to get this done in under 14.4 minutes. And step one is the objective. We're looking in exactly what we set out to do today. What was the objective? The objective for today was you asked me to capture that lessons learned about the accusation audit that I use, which works so well working with that team this last fortnight. I'm just going to bring Claude up here because he's going to ask me some questions. Good objective. Draft the standard client opening. The accusation is a repeatable part of the onboarding process. Yes. These are not just simple little things either. These are things that are going to have a huge effect. Getting something like this in place, I'll tell you what I've done in a minute, is massive. These things, when these all start stacking up, this is why I say I don't care about going, I've got a discount, I'll offer you $10 off, I'll give you one free schooner less, I'll make the price $9 less this month. Or any other nonsense. This is your life compounding, either in your favour or against you. If that's not enough to spend a few dollars, that's cool. It's not for everyone. Good. What results? Did it land the way that you intended to? Okay, so what I've done is I work with Claude. Claude has created an onboarding process for me. Okay, so he went and wrote Claude.md, which is the brain, the science behind the project. He's then put into the accusation audit and a thinking time question and ORCA sequence into it. It's going to happen before and at the first meeting. We'll do a fortnightly lessons learned ORCA template and a science project tracker. And it's all set up in a folder, ready to go. I've got to do the first one. Actually, the next objective for tomorrow is going to run that first session. See what he pulls up out of that. He'll probably say that's a little bit all over the shop. That exceeded the objective. You came in to capture one introduction script and walk away with a full onboarding system. Is there a gap anywhere, or are we debriefing another win? The gap is the fact that I didn't already have it in place. I should have had it in place before I started working with his client, and I would have been even further in front of where I am at the moment. Good, honest call. So the gap in the system existed in practice, but not on paper. It wasn't codified before engagement started. Why didn't it exist before today? I guess predominantly because I'm still building this whole process, and like this is continuous improvement, this process, the same as everything is. So even though I haven't done it before today, the reason that it didn't exist is because I hadn't done an ORCA on it or I hadn't picked up on it, but we are still improving all the time. The cause is simply it hadn't been debriefed yet. No ORCA, no capture, no system. Cause, without a structured debrief, the lesson stayed in your head and never got codified. This sits in organisational, specifically knowledge and standard. One action. You already half answered it, but who does what by when? So tomorrow morning before... No, we go to the gym first. Tomorrow morning before midday, I'm going to do that session with Claude, the first session. It says immediate action, open Claude in Beanie client onboarding and run lessons to capture the current client's 2-week debrief while it's fresh. Have you run an ORCA with your team yet? Drop a hot dog or not a hot dog in the comments below. Beanie opens a client onboarding system in Claude and runs the first lessons learned before midday tomorrow while it's fresh. That's the action. 5 days, 5 debriefs. And today the ORCA did exactly what it's supposed to do, and it turned 2 weeks of lived experience into a system that didn't exist this morning. That's 1% of your day. See you tomorrow. Can I ask you a question that's related to this, but it's not directly running an ORCA, or will that throw out your prompt and cause you to drift? What is the compound effect for the actions that we've put in place for these last 5 days? I'll keep going at this pace, getting stuff like this in place for the rest of this year. How much progress have I made by the time I hit Christmas Day 2026? Let's look at what actually been built in 5 days. Day 1, TAC plan, 95% done. Lessons learned, new clients takes longer than experienced ones, build that in the estimate. Calendar sync, non-negotiable, 1 action, already executed. Never lose a session to double booking again. TAC plan complete, ORCA embedded with a client. Lombardi quote goes in every meeting invite. Standard travel with you now. Trust first, not expertise. The accusation order identified as a mechanism. Repeatable insight capture. That insight turned into a full onboarding system, codified, ready to deploy. By Christmas Day 2026, if this keeps running, you've got 260 debriefs, each one a 1% improvement. Here's a real compound effect. You're not just improving your process. Every client you onboard gets a faster, sharper, more trusted version of you. The system improves, the results improve, and the evidence base grows. And the LinkedIn audience watches this daily. They're seeing the process work in real time. That's not marketing. That's proof. The question by Christmas isn't how much progress you've made. It's how many other people are running their own ORCAs because they watched you run yours. That's the real compound effect. Right. Take it. Use it. Drop a comment. Have you run an ORCA with your team yet? Hot dog or not a hot dog? And we'll back again tomorrow. Run another ORCA and get another 1% better. Is that everything? Speak soon. Oh, haven't got the outro yet. We'll try again. This has been the Trouble Mode Coach, and I want to tell you about a new pilot program that I've got starting this month that I think might just be of interest to you. So it's specifically for 2 types of people. Number 1 is you're stuck at a certain level in the construction industry and you can't seem to step up to that next level. Or number 2 is you got the reverse problem like I had, where you get thrown in the deep end and you think, what the am I supposed to do now? How did you get into the position that you're currently in? I'm going to tell you a quick story about how I got most of my career I spent as a construction superintendent. Anyway, digress a little bit. This is how I actually became a superintendent. So I was on a little gold mine down in Bendigo in Victoria, and the superintendent, I was the supervisor at this point in time. I'd actually only just come off the tools. I had a lot of supervisory experience before, but I'd been on the tools on a job in Darwin. Supervisor there really liked me. He brought me down to this job as a supervisor, and one day my superintendent walked up to me and goes, "Hey Bernie." "Yeah, Pete." "I just sacked the construction manager." He said, "I'm a construction manager now," and he said, "You're now superintendent." And I went, "That's great, Pete. Appreciate your confidence in me." But I said, "What the does superintendent do?" So if you're stuck stepping up to that next level, or you've been thrown in the deep end like I was, he looked at me, I'll never forget these words. He said, "You're a smart boy, you'll figure it out." message me the word sweat more, and what I'll do is I'll send you through a link where you can book in for what's known as a triage chat, which is just a quick 15-minute call where we get together to see if we think we might be a good fit to work together or not. Because as the Spartan Warrior said, if you sweat more in training, you'll bleed less in war. Speak soon.
You son of a bitch! I'm in!